Let me see. Yeah.
Do you know what you was just watching there on TV when it was Billy Connolly doing Route 66? He was in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an old one? Is that a because he's
an old one? Yeah. I just switched it to record there, But it's just interesting going around Chicago. It reminds me of the time I was to be there,
Right. Yeah, I must check that one out. Johnny was there. I was there. You were there. Yeah, we all ended up in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Anyhow, you will notice I got my hair cut.
You have.
Mm.
Good man. I've an appointment for the 22nd of May for the barbers.
Yeah, well, what do you call it? Kieran rang this morning. He couldn't come in. His two kids were sick with a tummy bug. So I rang my barber, who owes me a favor, and he says, "Yeah, come up, 12:30, fit you in."
No way.
And I rang, what do you call it? I got that done. Then I went round to Specsavers. I said, "You guys are annoying me every week with reminders that I need my eyes tested." I says, "I'm here now. Can you get me in for the evening?" And I said, "Yep, a couple of hours, come back." So I got my eyes tested, and I got my as well as the eye test, they did a scan of the back of the eyes. They did glaucoma test and all that,
And so, how were your eyes?
That's perfectly healthy. I was saying, the last time I was here, you were saying we're getting cataracts. He says, yes, but they're not bad enough yet that you absolutely need to get them. He says, you're still above the driving test limits for sight,
Brilliant.
And it says,
they just laser out those cataracts, don't they?
Hello?
They just laser out the cataracts or something, is it?
I don't know what to do. He says, come back next year. He says, we'll come back next. When you check up next year, I'll see what they are. I could always recommend you to a specialist if it's get bad, But
well, I would only do it if it's upset. I would only do it if it is actually disturbing your vision.
Yeah, exactly. So, so they said actually my prescription doesn't really need to be changed, but I decided to get another set of glasses anyhow, a spare set, because there was a 20% discount. Plus, I was able to get the eye test free on my PRSI for some strange reason, because normally direct PRSI you get fuck all on. So.
Well, no, I got, for example, my teeth cleaned and scaled, wherever it is, and X-rayed just there, and it was free. PRSI.
So as I said, so my eyes. Showed me all the charts on my eyes, and that's there. If that red line went down, you'll be in trouble, but it's not. There's plenty, and so on. Look at that. It's the back of your eye. There's no bumps or bumps on it. The whole thing on the computer.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
They give me a preliminary ear test, and they tell me my hearing is it's down on. I think it's down in high frequencies. I can do a full hearing test. As you did 1-2 years ago, and you told me there was no point in me getting anything heard, So if you feel like sending me an appointment sometime, and
what's that now? So they did a hearing test 2 years ago and it was fine, is it?
Huh?
You saying they give you a hearing test 2 years ago and it was fine?
It wasn't fine. They said my response to high frequency sound is down.
Well, that happens to everybody.
Yeah, but the fact that I was in ships' engine rooms without ear protectors for years on end, didn't help,
Yeah, but you don't. That's true, but you don't have any dead spots in your hearing, do you?
I don't think so. No, I don't know. As I say, I didn't do the full test. It was just a kind of preliminary thing with an iPad,
And do you have any tinnitus or anything?
No.
See, then you did really well. You didn't. I don't think you've got any. I mean, we all lose upper range, as over time.
Yeah.
So and you know what? You probably have better hearing than most middle-aged people, if you know what I mean, or younger people, because they've been listening to too much music and headphones and
Yeah, rock,
yeah,
full volume rock.
live
Yeah, so
concerts.
like
I think you're probably right because the yeah, sure, machines aren't great, but they're probably pretty low frequency, aren't they?
yeah, most of them were low frequency except for the turbochargers. They had a fairly high pitched scream, all right. You
Oh,
know,
right, okay, that wouldn't be good. Okay,
the big old diesel engines, I mean, are fucking running at 120 RPM. You know, boom, 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 boom.
yeah. You see, I don't think that'd be too bad for you. But yeah,
Yeah,
the turbochargers, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's great. You got a lot done.
Got the whole lot done today. Plus, I was able to collect anti-menace drugs from her from the pharmacy, which saved her paying somebody to get them. And I collected bird seed and bird what do you call it, big fat balls for her rook and peanuts for her squirrel. You know, she's running a little
Why did you want to feed a rook?
because it's great fun. He lands on top of the. He lands on top of the. He lands on top of the container for the fat balls and attacks them and takes chunks out of it, throws it on the ground, then flies down, eats the bit,
Oh,
and then flies away.
it's just a single rook.
A single rook, yeah, yeah.
It's weird.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's two. I can't tell the difference.
Right, they kind of look the same.
He's
Don't
definitely
they? I don't really like
I know
rooks. Rooks
he's
and
definitely a rook. But he's the boy with the big long, the pointy bill
yeah,
and the white
gray pointy bill. Yeah,
pointy bill, and he's grey at the base of the bill.
yeah, that's him. That's a rook.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that's
like
him.
rooks.
Well, she's got a rook.
Yeah, there's rooks everywhere. That's what I'm saying. I don't even like. If it was a raven, that'd be
The
cool.
moors mostly common crows, and they can't get at the. They have a short beak. They can't get at it right.
You
And they
mean a
wait for the rook
jackdaw?
to go up. Yeah.
The common crow. Do you mean a jackdaw?
Well, jackdaws are different to common crows, aren't they?
There's
Jackdaws are
no such
smaller.
thing as a common crow.
Is there not?
You have either a jackdaw, you have a rook, you have a hooded crow, or a raven.
Yeah, she had one of them too. Yeah.
And a magpie, and a cough or chuff, whatever how you call it, if it was beside the sea. They're your crow family in Ireland right there. And maybe jay. Is it jay? Remember the crow family? I think it is.
Yeah, but jays are very distinctive.
No, it's definitely not a jay, sure, right. And no, there's no common. The crow that you always call a crow is either a jackdaw or a rook. No, you don't really get them in Ireland, but a carrion crow is like a hooded crow. You either have hooded crows or carrion crows. The carrion crow is black, but it looks like a hooded crow that's just in black.
Yeah, but the hooded crows or the hooded crow has got a grey back.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. In Ireland, you either have, they must kind of compete with each other. You either have the carrion crow or a hooded crow. In fact, I'm not even sure that carrion crows are common in Ireland at all. They might only be in England. Let's check that out. Oh, actually, we're on the internet. Here's your crows of Ireland. Here, check this out.
Oh, it's okay.
And you can we'll use this one. Crows. Ireland. Oh, he's 7 species of crow.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Hang on, I have to find that. There you go. All right, Ireland's corvid 7. Oh, that's funny. You often say corvid instead of COVID, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? A corvid is a crow.
Yeah, corvids are crows. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Or I might have heard it once before. Huh?
See, the jackdaw is the jackdaw is the fellow
There's a jackdaw.
Yeah, and there's the rook. That's what Philomena has. That
Yeah,
by there.
big, ugly, bloody birds.
Yeah.
And
He's really
your
glossy.
magpie. There's your hooded crow.
Yeah.
There's your chuff.
She's one of them as well.
And there's your raven.
Now what's the difference in a raven?
Ravens are big.
Oh, they're big, are they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's our biggest crow, about the size of a buzzard. Yeah, they're big. We see them when we're on top of the sugar loaf. You'll also see them when you're on Erigo.
Right. So those guys are big. And the hooded crow is big as well. And then the
a
short.
raven is this wedge-shaped tail. I must remember that.
Oh, right. Okay. We'll go back again. Show me the other guy.
There's your rook.
The rook, corm. Yeah.
So there's no common crow, if you know what I mean.
The jackdaw is a small crow by a grey head and lovely green eyes, sometimes disused chimneys. So maybe it's jackdaw she has. But is there not a crow with a?
No, there's your crows.
A shorter beak? Crows, yeah. Okay, well, she definitely got a rook in it. Or maybe two, I don't know.
Actually, so that's funny. We mustn't have carrion crows in Ireland. Let's just check this out. Carrion crow. See, there's your carrion crow. But let's see, do you ever get a carrion crow in Ireland? I mean, as a rare visitor. Although an extremely common bird in much of Britain and Western Europe, it's generally just a scarce accidental visitor to Ireland.
No, yeah.
Ireland.
So we don't have
There's your
jackdaw.
jackdaw. This is Birdwatch Ireland. There's your rook.
Yeah.
Your hooded crow.
Yeah.
There's the carrion crows. That's what I'm saying. They kind of compete with each other.
You're right. Okay. So what she's got probably is jackdaws.
Though it does say here carrion crows and immature rooks can look very similar. So maybe a young rook might be what you're calling look at this here. Carrion crows and hooded crows interbreed. Interesting.
Now what's this guy?
That's the
Shout.
cough.
He's got a large beak, yeah.
Cough, yeah. Don't you pronounce that? There's your raven, that wedge shaped.
Yeah, he's big, looking all right, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And a magpie.
Oh, there's a jay.
Yeah.
And there's a magpie, of which I have some very healthy looking ones.
Yeah, Aaron's getting very excited about. We've a pair of blackbirds in the back garden that are breeding, that are messing up the garden, but they're kind of fun. They chase away the magpie, which we hate. They're ganging up on our local magpie. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
they gang up on the magpie.
Yeah, everyone gangs up the magpie. And there were tons of starlings at the moment that are pooping on everybody's car. They're fighting with their reflections in the mirror and their wing mirrors of all the cars.
All right. Well, I have one fella.
So the young starlings are fighting with the reflections in the wing mirror of everybody's cars on the street, and they've had to put plastic bags over the wing mirrors to protect them because they're pooping all over the cars and scratching the paint.
Yeah, my fella has my starling has a nest in the corner of the house above the kitchen.
They've had that nest there since I was a kid.
Oh, that's every year they show up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to make sure I don't park the car anywhere there, because otherwise it gets pooped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it'd be rare you would park the car there, wouldn't it?
No, I wouldn't have.
No, look, it brought us back to Glenties. That was good. That was fun the last week walking through Glenties, wasn't it?
Well, yeah.
I do know where we're gonna go now. I like the pitch.
Yeah, we want to do Derryloughan or not Derryloughan.
Yeah, I'm heading here.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, do you remember Danny Ward's garage? Did he build the garage there, Danny?
There, the Pat rebuilt it, but sure, Pat's retired now. Yes,
I remember Danny's old garage was an off-red tin shed.
That's right. Yeah.
But did he build it?
No, a fella called Jimmy Conahan built it. I think it was Johnny Conahan built it. One of the Conahans. He died young.
Oh, right. And was he related?
He probably was by marriage somehow, you know.
Was he related? Sorry, was he related to Danny Ward?
No,
No,
no, he'd have
right.
been related to Uncle John, probably.
All right. And there's the castle, as you called it.
Yeah, Strand the Kedlin.
That was where the
Now,
McDavid were saying, wasn't
it's now occupied by Sheila Spillane and her husband, John Gamage from England.
it? Gamage.
Gamage, yeah.
It's an unusual name. These are gatherers. Who lives in that house again? This one here.
Oh, that one there is Margaret. You know Margaret Harvey, that's married to Richard McCafferty.
Yeah.
Her sister's married there.
What are their names?
Oh God.
I never really knew them. It's funny, you never really get to know those people.
No, no. And
There's
then there's Anne Moores,
yeah, and there's
Paddy McDowell's next door.
and Gushugs. Who lives there now?
I think young Gushik has gone back to live there because he's. Somebody told me that he had another house, but I think he's gone back to that because he's mobility problems.
He does?
Bad back.
Oh. Here, you've no land left over here anymore, do you?
Where?
On this side of the road opposite the M1.
No, no. I sold it to the boys. The boys had the houses there so they could get their entrances.
Who did you sell it to? Was it this entrance? Or was that Kennedy's entrance?
The owners there, Hugo McDowell, and remember it was a sergeant from Glenties that built that one, the first one, you know.
Oh,
That
the
was the one.
surgeon?
I don't know who owns it now.
It's a very small little house they built, isn't
It
it?
was only a small house anyway.
That's odd.
And then there's Hugh Glenties tool hire or whatever he calls himself, Hugo.
Hugo. Aye, that's right. You
Yeah.
a wee piece of land is just stretching this way.
Ah,
Yeah, you had a wee piece of land here. I do remember.
a wee semicircle, yeah.
But your man Kennedy used it for treated as his own.
Oh yeah, but you see when Sheila McGarvey's son bought that, you know, she'd be Sheila Breslin, a relation of mine, and he wouldn't. He refused to give them access to it, because there was one little bit of it. It was a little triangle that actually belonged to him, and they went to court over it. But I think the judge awarded them a right away to it because it was such a silly little.
Yeah.
You know,
but who did they buy this land off? That their houses were on?
The houses were on. They were bought for that. Was bought from Barney Kennedy, Patrick Kennedy's father, and it was and the sites were lined out by Jim Kenny, who's dead now, who's county engineer.
When was that now, do you think?
Oh, it's back in the 60s, I suppose, you know.
So Barney Kennedy sold this land back in the 60s.
He sold those sites, yeah.
And yet Patrick Kennedy wouldn't give them access.
Yeah, on that one there, yeah.
But where was the access going to be if it was going to go through Patrick Kennedy's land?
Well, just to the left of the gates there, see the first gates.
All right, because did they but was it not
I see
obvious?
there's a gate there. See the farm gate that's there.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, but my point is, why was not the obvious route to come straight down here as they have done?
No, you see that semicircle started just beyond that gate, you know, and came around. But there was a little triangle of Kennedy's came in there just beyond the gate.
Yeah, so let's say there's the triangle of land coming out this way.
Yeah.
Why didn't they? Did they realize this land was yours? The land was here.
No. Apparently, you see, the road used to sweep around in a curve there, and the white gates were on it, the level crossing gate. It was curved round to give the train straight through passage across the gates. And then the council decided then they would do away with the curve and straighten the road. But my boundary followed the old road. And that's what happened then when they went to look for planning permission. It didn't actually go onto the new road, you know. It took to my little bit.
Yeah, but but why did they go to Patrick Kennedy at all? But surely then it was obvious they should just talk to you from the get-go.
Oh well, they did talk to me. They didn't go to Patrick Kennedy at all. They only went to Patrick Kennedy, McGarvey, that one on the left where the farm gate is. They came to me with the map, you see, and said, "Would you sell the wee bit the same?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't mind selling whatever wee bit it is, you know." I says, "But that's not your problem." And he says, "What's my problem?" I says, "Look at that map. You see, there's a triangle of Kennedys coming in. You have to approach him as well." I says, "Oh, sure, that should be no problem at all." I says, "Well, I don't know actually." So they went to him and he refused.
I don't get it. Where was Kennedy's Triangle? Why not just this road here? Are you saying this road?
Oh, no. That's the road to the the other site is to the left of that.
There's a site over here.
Yeah. That's another site there. You see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's the one that McGarvey's bought.
Well, who? Oh, sorry, I wasn't following you at all. So there's three sites.
There was actually four, I think, maybe. I think
there's
another site.
Barney Kennedy sold this site as well.
Yeah.
And it consists of this land, but this little triangle belongs to Patrick Kennedy.
No, the first little triangle out on this side of the gate was mine, but there's a wee bit behind the gate that was his.
Oh, and there's only a wedge. That there's also yours as well, that wee bit.
That wee bit there, yeah. But then behind the gate there was a wee wedge of his land, and he refused to go over it, you know.
Well, who owns this field here where my mouse is?
That's Kennedy. That's all Patrick Kennedy's there.
But where does it become the site? Where does it become the land that Barney Kennedy sold?
I would say, see the end of the wall there.
What wall?
Where the wall ends.
Oh,
I'd say somewhere about there, you know. It's just the width of a house or so, you know. Up there.
Right. Oh, that's very awkward.
That was very awkward, yeah.
So it's just straight up there?
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus Christ. That's really high.
But and then you see when you go on between Hugo's and Hugh Jared Gallagher's, that was another site.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, and there.
Who owns
that's the site? I don't know who owns it now.
But it was sold by Barney Kennedy.
Yeah. I think one of the Mellies bought it and then decided not to do anything with it. I think it sold it on.
And do they have access to the road?
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah.
Your little triangle doesn't. You don't have a triangle over here.
I think my little triangle actually ran out there. You know, I think they're okay. You know.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
I don't know. I wasn't worried about it. You know, it's a nuisance as far as I was concerned. I didn't want to get involved.
No, I know. Of course it is. Yeah,
had to be done legally. You know, for their mortgage or something like that. You know.
Yeah. No, that's how it goes. Yeah. I think your field looks pretty good. Yeah, it's good condition.
Yeah, living poles in it.
How's that looking? Who's driving the Mercedes there? Oh, geez, they're gone now. That's all cleared out now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a wildlife reserve now. Occupied
for reasons, is it?
And there's Hugh Roty's house, which you cannot see now. Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Well, I presume somebody has inherited it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an illegal structure, right?
It's not illegal, no. I had planning permission for it, but
I thought you said he'd some row with planners.
Yeah, he had a row with the builder. They reckoned it wasn't the same plan. He wanted a house built the same as he had in Birmingham, and he reckoned that house wasn't the same. And the Hugh Jared, Hugh Jared did our house, our extensions and the back of the workshop and all that. Hugh Jared, he says he was handed a set of plans and he built it according to the plans.
So
he was never paid for it.
He was never paid for it.
No.
And why didn't he just stick windows in it?
Well, he stopped the building before the windows, and when he came over and had a look at it, he reckoned that's not the house I wanted.
Yeah, but my point is, why didn't he just to seal the house? Why didn't Rorty just get windows put in by somebody else?
Maybe nobody who wanted to deal with him. Maybe I would say, when you get being contrary, nobody wants to do anything for you.
Yeah, but because that house is gonna go to loss, right? If it's not sealed.
Yeah. And Eileen Rorty, Hugh's wife, she told me they had to actually take out a loan to pay for the workers they employed on that,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
because they never got any not a single penny did they get for it.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
That's Boyles, isn't it?
Paddy Boyles, yeah.
Right. Sure, we'll spin out the road a bit faster now. Anyway, where was that house you were saying? You mentioned some house the other day. Who was it? Who owns that field there? That's a good site there.
I think that's the Brennans, maybe.
Oh, it is, Oh, I know who you were saying. Boner.
Boner, yeah, keep on going, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't picture the house.
Yeah, down the hill. Down the hill. Keep going. That's you now. We see. Yeah, that's it there. That's it there. It's been all done up now.
That's
It used to be McMonagall's. There was some McMonagall ladies lived there.
Oh, I think I remember this house. Yeah, that's a nice little, nice old cottage.
It is, yeah.
So who's moving there now?
Neely and the wife.
Right.
Neely and Barbara. And Barbara's parents actually owned that house for a while.
Why would that be? Were they related? Why
no,
were
they
they
bought it. Those are from the McDonald's reps, I think.
Getcha. All right. Now I was wondering who that was now. I'll fly out a bit forward now. Oh, must be doing a good 60 miles an hour here. Who lives there now?
Where?
The bridge. The brook. I don't know what you call it here. What do you call it?
Oh, Grania. Grania, Bresnan. Oh, yeah.
What do you call this location? Would you call this the brook or something? Or what would you say?
Was it Shrewnaughy? Mickey Rorty had a name. He had 3 streams. There was one down, below Cannon's service station. There was another one out beyond the Bannaboys. The one behind the Bannaboys was known as Struchangarv. And then one of the others was known as Struchanuggy. So I don't know which is which,
All right.
I must find out from somebody.
Jesus, man, Rorty's making hymns to the. What's this going on the side of the road here?
He was fencing. He put up a fence down there.
Well, why did he do? Is he trying to widen the road? What's he doing?
I don't know what he was doing, but he put up boulders then outside the fence to keep cars away, and the first person that crashed into him was his own wife.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Who owns that house there?
Well, which one? That's Rorty's. One of the ones he started and failed to finish. And there's another one. The foundations for another one are beside it.
He never. There's foundation. So this house isn't finished.
Yeah, none of them are finished. That one. See where that one there, the foundations. That's exactly the same today as it was when the photographs.
Is there windows in this house yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Jesus! So the house is going to go to loss if you don't seal it.
Yeah.
And this house.
That was Mickey Rorty's house.
Yeah, but was that ever a station house? Was that ever a house for the railway or anything? It looks like a little railway.
Yeah, that was the gate. That was the gatehouse. That was the gatehouse for the gates. There was gates on that road going up to Drummalaw, and that was the gatekeeper's house.
So the Rortys were brought up in the gatekeeper's house, were they?
Well, they were brought up in Birmingham, and then when they got into trouble, I think, with the law in Birmingham, Mickey and the family moved over to there. And Hugh stayed behind, and rumor has it that they did time for tax evasion.
Jesus. Oh, they went to jail?
Supposed to have.
Jeez, that's tough. And
That was a
so,
rumor. Anyhow.
so the Rortys weren't brought up in this house. They bought this house.
They were, yeah. They were.
They were what?
They were brought up there. I
Why?
remember Mickey, and the whole family arriving in a kind of a little minibus and taking up residence there. You know,
When was that?
it would have been in the early '60s. It had been late '50s, early '60s, I think.
You're saying after being in trouble in Birmingham?
That was the rumor I heard, that they got in trouble in Birmingham with their
And then
tax
how do
problem.
you and how did Mickey Rorty end up opposite you then?
Huh?
How do you end up living opposite you afterwards?
Oh, whatever. They must have gone legal again in Birmingham, and they went back to Birmingham after a number of years, and himself and Hugh started up again, and then he must have made a bit of money. And that house across from me, it belonged to a family called Kennedy's, I think, and they used to do linen trade out of it, because I remember going to see it when it was for sale, and there was one big room in it at one end of it, and it was lined with tar paper and shelves, which apparently you used to store the linen in.
Oh.
But Mickey put a bid on it anyhow. He was reputed to have bought it for 11,000 plus the land, and then he did it up over the years.
11,000 would be a lot back then, wouldn't it?
It was, yeah. Hang on a second. This is Philomena. Hang on. Hello. That's good. I'm talking to Tomas at the moment. Did you measure up your measuring jug? Yeah, I do that. Yeah. Oh, well, you're fine then. Right. Okay. Well, 99. Well, I'm talking to Tomas at the same time. It's a three-way conversation. Okay. And by the way, I just got a text from Johnny as well. Now that I just see it, he's coming down on Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Bye. There's Auntie Mina checking up to see am I all right.
Why, what'll be wrong with you?
I don't know. She has this fear that I'll suddenly keel over and she won't have a driver anymore. I say that's
I'm just driving. It looks like Google Street View went down here for a bit.
Yeah, see that shed, that's Mickey Rorty's cattle shed, and he still has cattle there. And if you go down a wee bit below that, can you go down below that shed, or can you? No.
Okay, I can. Huh?
Go on. Can you go on a wee past it? And look right. There used to be a little shrine, a Virgin Mary shrine down there.
I remember that, you know. Jeez, it's funny you brought that up. I remember that shrine. But if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't remember it. Where's that wee road go to? All right. That's right. There was a wee shrine. Why was there a shrine?
Because the Virgin Mary was supposed to have appeared to Mary Bonner and her sister there. Nellie Bonner's sister.
Jesus. No, it's a long time since I've seen one of these. Is that still up there?
I don't know.
Those little
mobile. You know it was there.
Who was that for?
Oh, wait a minute. Do you know who was living in a mobile home? What do you call him? John Rorty had a stone mason, as I called him. He was a stone mason, but he was stoned most of the time. And he was doing the stone work on the house. He lived in a wee mobile home there.
No, just temporarily, was it?
Temporarily, yeah, but he was working on the house, yeah. The stone mason, as I called him.
So who put that there then? Who put it there?
Yes, that's Rorty land there.
But who put or it's the Rortys put that up for him?
John Rorty put it up for him, I think.
What's gas? Jeez, we're still going strong here. Still can't find that
Yeah.
shrine, but I do remember.
Yeah, it was there somewhere. All right, yeah.
This is
Maybe just further down towards the. There's a bridge. No, it's not. It's not near the bridge. Did they go right up to Derrylough?
I know, yeah. I'm gonna keep going when I can.
Yeah. It's not up there.
Yeah, I've never seen them go up. This might be new. I mean, did they know where they were?
No, I don't
Fair
know.
play to them because the road's getting pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's not.
I have walked up here. In fact, we might see Rosemary's house from here. Yeah, well, it's over there.
Yeah.
This is gas. Remember when we were going through the family tree of all the Rortys?
Yeah.
We're gonna pick up a few of them now. What's this? Oh, it's water for the cows. It's water.
Yeah, water for could be Fergus Rorty's donkeys. I don't know.
Yeah. Just here we go. Huh. Oh, look at this. He drove up here and he's getting stuck behind a van.
That's Fergus Rorty's old van.
He's the door open. He obviously wasn't
Yeah.
expecting anybody up there.
Yeah.
Oh, he got out of the way now. Where'd he go? Let's see, is he behind? He's disappeared altogether. Where'd he go? Must have motor up the road.
That's the new house.
No, wait a minute now. Is this the first house? Have we missed a ruin or something?
No, that's the first house.
Who's that house now?
That's Fergus Rorty's, one of Fergus's sons, the plaster.
Raymond or somebody, is it?
Huh?
Raymond?
Raymond, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think maybe the old house is behind it, you know.
And all right, let's see what we can do.
Old single-story house.
We're still going. Not there's a single-story house there.
That's it. Yeah, that was Paddy Rorty's house. Yeah. That used to be the first house there. Yeah, Paddy Rorty's.
It's like a tin roof on it.
It used to be attached.
Oh,
There's only a
there
barn.
you go now. And there's the van he pulled in.
Yeah, that's the van. Yeah, that's Fergus's
Who owns
van.
this wee house?
I think that was Vera Rorty's house.
Was she in that family tree we were doing?
I think so. Yeah.
Look at this. I said he's fairly shocked.
Yeah.
Who's in the van? Look, they're looking at them.
Yeah, that's Fergus. All right. Yeah.
Who's that there, do you think?
That could be Raymond himself. You know, I don't know. We family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's Vera Rorty. That looks like Fergus there, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Fergus. I think he got some shock when I saw the Google van car come up. And who lives in this one?
That was a Rorty. I think that was Willie Rorty's. But I think it's a Miller, American fella called Miller lived in that one.
There he is there, if it's him. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, go on.
He's got satellite dishes.
Satellite dishes, yeah, that's Miller's.
I bet he's thinking the CIA are following him.
Yeah.
Hang on now, did I see anything there with? No. There's a house. I knew there was something. Who's that now?
It could be. I don't know. See, there should be a house belonging to the Hugh and Mickey Rorty up there. You know, they came from up there.
Oh, that's.
So, I don't know. If you go on up, there should be a house away on the
Look
right.
at the road
on the hill.
they're driving on.
Yeah.
Here.
There was a house up there on the right. It belonged to a fellow called James the Curate. I think that's it in the distance.
Well, that's a lake there.
Huh?
That's a lake, isn't it?
No.
Nice.
Which way?
Yeah, no, we're
Which
facing
side?
the lake. We're facing.
Oh yeah, that's from along.
Glen-
Yeah, yeah.
Derryloughan, yeah. And there's a house there. That's the house I was pointing you to. You said Hugh Mickey Rorty's. Because we came around the turn there and I was pointing to this house.
Yeah, yeah.
But not, so where this curate's house is that it up there?
Yeah, I think that's James the Curate's house. If you go on up, drive up past that.
It's gas, so we can try.
I remember that fellow used to go down. He wanted to make a match with Mary B.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Oh, we got to bring Mary B on one of these. That's a nice wee field in there.
Yeah.
Surely this is the end of the road.
No, it's not. No.
Oh, hang on, let's go back here a bit. So that house.
That's James the Curate's, I think,
Is that a telephone or electricity? What's that?
Electricity pole, I think.
So we got from up here. Not bad.
I must ask Mary. I have to ask Mary what James the Curate's right name was. Now, if you're going up that road, they're going right up it. Yeah.
Look at the state of it, Dad. You can't believe they're driving.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
This is the end of the line.
Is that right? Yeah. They've decided. There is another house over beyond there, ruined. It was the postman's house. Michael O'Donnell. No, James O'Donnell, the postman. And they had Vincent O'Donnell and Michael O'Donnell, who was at school with us in Derryloughan. But it's further over there.
Yeah, it didn't go much more up the road, goes a wee bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? We'll see it now. If I switch to where is this now satellite? So we drove up there. Yeah, we stopped around here, and there's a ruin of a house up there. I think. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Actually,
and there's actually two houses. Wait, you see, where did they stop?
What the hell is that there? Is that the mink farm? Yeah.
That's the power station. That's the power station site. They put it up there now. That was supposed to go on my land.
And how do you get to that power station?
But you see, there's a road going up behind the mink farm as well.
Wait. Why the hell do you get to that power station, Dad? There's a road here, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, up behind the mink farm, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is there.
There's the mink farm.
So you go there, you drive down here, is it?
Yeah, you go down, you can, no, there's a road further up from the mink. See where the mink farm is?
Yeah.
Go on past the mink farm up the glen, this is where.
Yeah, no, I see it here. Here it is here now.
Yeah, that's it there. It goes down through the forestry. Yeah, that's it there.
That's a long road. They built a new bridge for it.
Yeah. No, there was always a bridge there.
Who the hell lives over here? There's a road here, look.
Oh yeah, that goes right up to Derryloughan.
Jesus. And how come the road? It's kind of weird the roads don't join.
Yeah, well, they actually do.
Here. This one ends here.
It becomes a kind of a gravel road from there on, a track more than anything else,
Right, so you're saying John O'Donnell lived here, probably?
Maybe it's that. There's another house there, as it was bought by some German students, and it's lying there, going to loss now.
Up here?
There, I think that's it there. See, you're just where you're, yeah.
But was that you, man O'Donnell?
No, see the further back near where the boys stopped. There's a ruins of a house in there,
Oh,
but you
probably
can't
in
see it
there.
in there. Yeah, I think that was
There's
O'Donnell's.
a house, a ruin. There's a house there too. Hang on, let me figure this out. Oh, look, there was two houses. Sorry. But remember when I pointed back and says, "Oh, that's the house I was pointing to," I was wrong because there's one here and there's one here. When we drove around the corner, we saw this one, and then there was another one here. Maybe we didn't see that one. I don't know. And then there's one here. Anyway, look, we could pick it up on Griffiths if we're that worried about it. But anyway, that's mad.
Oh, Derryloughan was particularly populated.
Right, so we can spin back now.
Yeah.
Won't take us long flying down the road here. Like like one of the locals. And the Toyota Corolla twin cam. Putting down the road here. That's gas. Kind of see Rosemary's. Does Rosemary and them ever go up there much? So they don't.
They do. She was up walking up there.
Oh, did
running
she?
Up there. She said she was in the German's house, the wee German house. She said the door is open and he says there's documents and stuff lying on it, but nobody seems to be worried about it.
Oh, I suppose that. Well, that's the thing with Donegal. People are probably not too worried about it. Now, here's Boners.
Yeah, all the Boners houses, the original house and the council house, the new house. It was the original one. Yeah.
Was that ever thatched? That looks like asbestos there, is it?
Oh, I always remember it was asbestos. I don't remember it thatched.
Always asbestos, Jace. And their windows were obviously expensive back in the day.
Yeah, there was window tax probably.
Jesus Christ, on a window on it.
No, that's the back of the house. The front of the house is facing the river.
I know.
Then they got the council house built then. And then
was that where Maggie lived? Maggie Boner?
That's where Maggie lived. Yep. Yeah.
How old was she in the end when she died?
Well, she must have been in her 90s, I would say.
Well, she wasn't 100. I felt like she was 100.
Well, maybe she was.
Oh, she was old. Jesus.
Well, I think she was. You know, I think
she was an old lady when I met her as a kid.
She was, yeah.
About 5.
Yeah.
Well, she felt old to me. Well, she was definitely old. She was definitely in her 60s when I met her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
100.
Yeah, I see that. And we did some of this drive with Michael before, so we'll fly on a bit.
Yeah.
Because you were pointing out the various Conahans and Kildays.
Yeah.
Down here. What's your man's name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whose houses disappeared completely.
Pakistan disappeared, yeah. Yeah.
It's bizarre. And there's that wee stream where somewhere up there's a revolver buried in the side of the
yeah.
War of Independence.
And the Banna Boys.
Aye.
The Banna Boy.
Who owns that? Land Rover?
Don't know. I was going to say Johnny Griffin, but no, Johnny's is a bright orange.
It's a little short one. Short wheel.
It's a wee short one, yeah.
I wonder who that is.
Could be some Fantonian.
That's all Michael's land there, is it?
No.
Oh, it's not?
No, once you go around the Banna Boys, I think it's Jerry Kilday's. Michael's land stops just beyond the Banna Boys on the lower side now, the Doohery Road now. Go up the big holla, as they call it.
What is this here?
When you go over the hill, go over the top of that rise beyond that pole.
I remember I told you Dermot Diamond's doing this project to get all the names of the little local topography.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, that's go on. Yeah, that's the big hollow. You go on past it. Go on up a bit more.
The hollow is the hill. This wee hill.
The hollow. No, the hollow is where the road dips down. You'll see it dip. You dip down a bit. You know when you go
Oh,
on.
you mean you use the English word the hollow?
Yeah, the big hollow.
Hollow. I wonder is that a Scotch word?
Hollow. Yeah, Scotch. Yeah.
Any other little
And
features?
you see that beyond the pole there? See that on the left-hand side? That kind of a cliff area.
What cliff? Oh,
Well,
that?
no. Yeah, that feature there. That was known as the Altmoor. It was our sheep used to go out there to. Yeah, the Altmoor.
Ah, I get you. All right, this is great. There's still sheep. And what do you call that wee mountain?
County Car.
That's what you called it, or is that the official name? Well, so there's no
Well, that's we
difference.
call it County Car.
All right. Yeah.
It's County. The reason it's called Car is because it's bent. I think isn't Car something to
Yeah,
do with
odd or
its.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Any other little features as we go here? This is a good cycle you used to do to school.
Yeah, I was fit in those days. Sure, I went to college in Cork. Used to cycle everywhere. I used to cycle right up to Tipperary, up to Cahir, and down 40 or 50 miles.
So many legs in you. And come here, any of the bogs? You know who owned any of these bogs?
No, I don't know who owns that
That's
land.
Michael's land there, then, is it?
Michael's is the forestry. See on the left-hand side, where the forest ends. That's Michael's land ends.
I don't see any forest.
At the very top there. See,
Oh, right. It's way up high.
Yeah. Way up high, yeah.
What's going on there?
That was where they used to load turf. There was bogs over to the right-hand side there.
Oh, I
Seamus McHugh had bogs there, the painter.
Oh,
I think he's somewhere there. And that was James Bunner's house, the head of the line. Bar a line, they used to call him. Yeah, that's where he was killed.
Oh, by his son.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was going on there, Dad?
Rumor has it that he and the son went out to Fintown to sell sheep, and James sold the sheep at a very low price. And the son, people started taking a hand at the son, who was a bit of an alcoholic, and he lost their temper with the father, and they had a row when he got back, and he lost the rag, and he started beating him up with a stick. It was all because of selling sheep, cute sheep. And some smart ass and annoying the young fellow.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah. There's another house there now.
Who owns the digger?
No idea.
So, hang on. Who is left in that house?
That house was sold, and it's been sold again now lately. Some guy from Northern Ireland, I think, bought it. And then there's another house to the left of or right of that house. If you look up the hill.
Oh, are you there?
Yeah. It's all done up. I think Patrick Bonner has done that himself, the fellow, James Bonner's son. He lives in Tipperary, but I think he's done it up as a summer house.
Hang on, what son? The son that killed the dad?
No, he had another son that was at school with me. He was a classmate of mine, Patrick Bonner. He lives down in Tipperary. He was a miner, and he got badly injured in the mines. He got a load of compensation, so he lives in Tipperary. And then he has a sister who is married down in Mahary, I think. She was a teacher in Scotland.
No, which way do you want to go?
Oh, go right. We'll go down, classy.
Oh, go right. Sorry. was going to say
But not going
Derryloughan.
down Derryloughan. You can go down Derryloughan if you want to, down
Oh,
to the
no,
sea.
no. Any
Leave
features
that.
around here? What did you call the crossroads there?
Oh, no. Crossroads, just
It's crossroads. Yeah,
Derryloughan was it
top of the line. Yeah.
the top of the line. That's called, that road we're on now was called a new line for some reason. There must have been a newish road, you know.
Didn't we say it seems to be a famine relief road or something?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was a famine relief road, but definitely it was a new line anyhow.
Well, remember we saw that it didn't exist back
Yeah,
in
that's
18
right, yeah. So
in the mid to early 19th century. It didn't exist. There was no road here.
go on, keep going.
So I'm just thinking before there was a road here. Yeah, there was no road at all. Jesus, real wilderness, wasn't
It was. Talk about being far back, as old Tommy Porter used to say about Glenties, is a bit far back.
it? That's funny.
Once you went beyond Mount Charles, as far as Tommy Porter was concerned, you were far back.
I mean, that's rich coming from Mount Charles.
You know, yeah.
I consider Glenties a bit more sophisticated than Mount Charles.
Which is the same. Donegal, the same in Donegal. Donegal people reckon they were a class above Glenties people.
Well, it's a bigger town. I mean, they might have some basis, right? But Mount Charles does not have a basis to stand up
No.
or to hold
Although there
that.
was a dear old lady from Mount Charles that I was talking to in the hospital when Philomena was in Donegal, and she said there was 46 businesses in Mount Charles when she was growing up. She counted them.
Yeah. Wow.
That was then, before. Go on, keep bombing.
Oh yeah, sorry, just
That's
there's
Derryloughan.
nothing here. Is that what you're trying to tell me? There's nothing to see here.
There's nothing there until you come down to Donaldson's house.
But where did you cross here to go to school?
Yeah, just turn around, look across. Where's the school?
Can't quite see. Maybe
I think
there.
we've
Is
gone
it?
too far.
Have I?
Huh? That could be it there, is it?
Maybe.
Oh, that's the schoolmaster's house, I think. Yeah, turn right around. It's all forestry now.
There's a turn there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
here,
school.
I'll find it for you. Look. We're roughly here. If you look
Yeah.
across, there's the Derryloughan Road. There's a school there, is it?
There's the school there, yeah.
Maybe that's a yard. Look.
Yeah, that's the schoolyard, yeah.
So you cross somewhere here. Where are we now? Let's drag this wee lad to here. If you look across now, your school is somewhere down there.
I think that's it. See that white building there?
Aye.
See the white thing there? I think that's the school.
Yeah, could well be.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so,
just a bit further. See where those trees are growing? We used to leave the road about there and go over to walk over to the school across the stream.
across the stream. Yeah. All right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, then there's your turn.
And that house in the distance, you see that house in the distance, that was the schoolmistress house.
Who is that now?
Mrs. Boyle lived in it, and her husband.
Yeah.
She was my first teacher.
Now we're going around the turn now.
Yeah. I was just talking to Johnny Griffin about Mrs. Boyle, and the husband, and he was saying, "Do you remember Lou Tet?" There was some Professor Lou Tet. I don't know, must have been Dutch or something. Used to come and stay with him sometime. He had a big long beard. I remember seeing him on the road.
Really?
Lou Tet.
In the 40s?
That would be in the late 40s, late 40s.
He comes all the way over from Holland to stay there.
Well, I don't know where was it. Was he living around Ireland? I don't know what. I don't know how he ended up with Mr. Boyd. Oh yeah, see that road there?
Yeah.
I think that road there. Yeah, that road there goes down to Johnny Vihill's house. There's
Johnny
a house
what?
down there. The ruins of a house down there. Yeah.
Johnny what?
It was called Johnny Vihill.
Oh,
I think
Johnny
he might
Michael.
have. Huh?
Johnny Michael.
Yeah.
And what
If
was
you
her
come out of
family
that,
name?
I think he was O'Donnell. If you come out of that and look on your aerial view,
Oh,
see that road? Yeah, there's the ruin. That's it there, Johnny Vihill's. Yeah.
A bit of a farm there too. No, that's right. If you want to see that properly, wink, wink. So, Klingort.
No.
Huh? Sorry, is it my wee bit there?
Derryloughan. There's Derryloughan. There's the road.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the what I want to do here is just do the old maps. These are my favorite maps. Cassini. Oh, it isn't very good. Let me try this one. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, Fender Road again.
Yeah, no worry, I'll find it now for you. So we look. Ah, look at this. Oh. Are we missing it? Don't tell me that. No, oh,
There's no
there's
road.
classy there.
Yeah.
We're just missing a wee bit of it. We captured classy though, that was lucky.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see there's the road back from classy, then the map disappears. That whole section's gone, so we can't. No, we might have it on the other one. Wait a minute. Yeah, we'll get it here. No.
6-inch classic.
So there's a road you're on about. There's Derryloughan School. We went around the turn, and you said there was a house. There it is there.
Yeah, that's one there. See that one there? First one was Johnny Vihill. You see the other one then to the left of it?
Yeah.
That was Manny Wanis Norris. He was Manny O'Donnell, and he was married to a woman from down by Derryloughan. She was nicknamed the Phuilog Ban because she had white hair.
Oh. Phuilog, what's a Phuilog?
The Phuilog, seagull, white seagull.
Why a seagull?
Well, I suppose she was from down by the shores of Triana.
Okay.
Because Johnny Griffin was telling me that he drove a wee Farmall Cub, which is a little tiny tractor with a trailer, all the way to Derryloughan, and picked up her furniture and took it back to that house. Must have taken them the whole day.
When was that?
Well, that'd be in the. It must have been in the early 50s, you know.
So he had a tractor.
His father had a tractor. He used to
His
drive it.
father.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, her father or his father, or he did.
No, Johnny Griffin's father. Johnny was lived in Derryloughan,
But where-
living out here now. So that was Manny one of Snorris, and then the next one over is Johnny Vehil's, and then the one right in the turn, that's O'Donnell's, and where Donaldson was killed.
Right, so there's, where's your one's house now? Oh, it's somewhere
It's
in there.
buried in the forest. You can't see it.
Oh, it's in the forest there. Okay, let's
You
go
can
back.
see.
Let's go back in the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah. There's Donaldson's there.
Mm.
Yeah, the corner.
Rust.
Yeah. So go on past Donaldson's.
Any name for that little stream or anything around there?
No.
So that was, so Donaldson's house wasn't Donaldson's. Who owned it?
No, it was O'Donnell's, and Johnny Vale was living there when we were going to school. His own house was abandoned, and he was living in with the boys. There was two O'Donnells and a sister. I think there was Dan O'Donnell, who was the senior O'Donnell, and there was Patrick, I think maybe, and there was Johnny Vale, as far as I know, and Annie, the sister.
Christ, they have a bit of work making that place habitable.
It's been left go to ruin.
Well, it's a
And then
bad juju there.
Yeah, bad juju. We'll go on past now to the next turn, and there's the remains of a wee house in on the left at the turn. I think it was known as Kitty Regions, but what the right name was, I don't know.
Here, let me just make sure where we are. It's that one there, is it?
Yeah,
well, there's
Kitty
a dog.
Regions, yeah.
Right, it's before the hard left.
Yeah, and now you go hard left.
No, we haven't done that left yet, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it's in the. Yeah, it's in there on the left. You can see the roof of it still. The roof on it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
So
just detached.
And tell us about that house again.
There was nobody in it when we were going to school, but I think it was known as Kitty Regions. I think I must check with Michael, but I think that's what it was called. And who Kitty Region was, I have no idea. We go on past that now, and you come to the next lane.
Any other little names for things? Like, where's that go?
There's the next lane. Oh, which way is that?
Is that a forestry road?
That's forestry road, yeah. No, go on. There should be a lane on the left.
Mm-hmm. There's a lane there.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. It's a proper forestry road now. It was there, but that down there's a house at the end of that, and
Oh, interesting. That Felix Band's house, their entrance is just before that Kitty Regis house, whatever you call it now.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how you got to it, but anyhow, see the other house, that other house that the lane is going down to. That is Patrick O'Donnell. It was Patrick O'Donnell lived there. It was a nice slate house.
All right. Oh, I think I remember that house.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can see.
He was he would have been a relation of. I think he was a relation of Paddy O'Donnell's, an uncle of Paddy O'Donnell's that worked for my uncle, as far as I know.
Oh, who was brought up way down here, wasn't
he? I don't know, but that was his house anyhow. Because I remember going down. Myself and Michael going down, was found dead in the house, and I remember we went down to help out or something. I can't remember, but anyhow, that's Patrick O'Donnell's. Is and buried in the forestry now. So yeah, so you can. So that's all the houses I remember, and that's Minahua, that area.
What does that mean, Minahua?
Maybe it's Minahua. I don't know. We call it Minahua, but anyhow.
Of the cuckoo?
Yeah, maybe.
This is what, Clogher.
Well, we see now. Where are you now?
Yeah, Clogher.
Where's the road?
Oh, I'm going back. I'm just saying they call that whole area the Classies in Clark.
Oh, I got her car. Yeah.
But this name of Minakua that you're mentioning,
Yeah.
is that
I
written
don't know.
anywhere?
The local name, I don't think I ever saw it on a map.
Aye, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is the type of stuff that Dermot
Yeah.
Diamond's looking to collect.
Minakua.
Right, and we'll go back to, we'll go now. There's a road down to Classy there, I would say. Yeah, it is. And then I'll switch to the other map.
Well, hold on. Where's that track?
But all right, we'll go back into it. There's the track.
Was that the one that got down to our house?
Yeah, no, sorry. This is the road. This is the Classy road. Here, look, we'll jump back on the street.
Yeah.
You said there's no houses after here, right? Oh, hang on.
No, not till we come down near to Clough Collar, as they call it. Now, there should be a remains of a road on the left-hand side as you go on down there.
You've been going down to Classy?
Keep on towards Classy, yeah.
You mean, look, you mean this one here?
Yeah, I think.
Sure, there's Classy down there.
No, not that one. There's one before it. Used to go down to Malai's house.
Well, it's not in this map.
Right.
Let me see if we can find it in this one. This is the older one. So there's you past these two houses you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Go on down, yeah.
Here. And I don't see any houses or any road to any houses. There's this stream. See that stream?
Is that the stream?
Goes down to the sea above the landing place, wherever that is.
That's the landing place in Derryloughan. That's where the ferry ran.
There's a bit of a road there potentially. What's that?
Is there any houses marked there? There's fields.
Yeah, there's no road that I can see. Let me see, can I find you a different map? How about this one? Oh, there's one. Is that one? Maybe. No. No, it's a stream. No, there's a road to Classy. There's two ruins. Look, there's two ruins of there's two houses down there. Look at that. How did you get there? How did you get to that house?
Yeah, there was road down to them. From that.
I think you mentioned these houses before, but it's not obvious how you get to them. You said there's a road somewhere across this bog.
No, if you look on Google Earth to see if there's any sign of anything. Well, first of all, go on to see where the turn is. Go on to that just before that turn.
Well, it's just forestry there now.
Yeah. No, keep going. Oh, there's somebody walking.
I know what they're talking. Unless there's somewhere down there, is there?
Yeah. See where those poles are?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. There should be a set of poles that beside the road, actually.
No.
Or maybe the new ones. No.
Oh, there's something. Look. Is that a bit of a trail down there?
Yeah, that's it there. That's exactly it. That was where you got down to those houses. Yeah. That was the Malai's. It was two houses down there. There was
so Sean Malai's. That house mightn't be that old then, was it? Or sorry, that trail we just saw there.
It mightn't be that old actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, So if you wanted to see it, one way to see it would be if you just step out for a minute. Yeah, there it is there.
Yeah.
See it?
Carry on down to
Well, hang on, let's
follow
just
it.
see it there. It's coming all the way down, see?
Yeah.
It's running along there and it's coming down. Where are those two houses? Hang on. That's classy. The ruins of those houses are somewhere in here.
Yeah.
They might
They're
even
in the
be
middle of
there.
it. Because I remember walking down that road with Shauna and finding the house years ago, and we found the house in the middle of the forest.
In the middle of the forest?
Well, see, I think
It wasn't down here?
it was down there somewhere, not too far from the sea.
Yeah, yeah. I was
See where
gonna
that
say.
see where that branch there, there's a trail
No,
branches up
there. See,
there.
there's they are. There they are. There, right?
That's them there, yeah. That's Shanloobs.
Right.
And then Paddy Loobs is further over along the sea. If you go on further over, see that other wee collection of fields
Which way, south or north?
south. Is there a
Yeah,
house there?
no, but there's a collection of fields. All right, that would suggest.
Yeah.
So let me see if I check an older map. Yes, there's a house. There it is. There.
Where?
There.
Right. Well, that was Paddy Loob's house.
That's a very old. It's gone by the 20th century. It was just there.
No, it's still there when we were going to school. I could see it.
Well, maybe they missed it on the map. I mean, I suppose that would have been, or would have, oh, you wouldn't see it in this. Anyway. Oh, you know where you might see
No.
it? Check this out. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see now. We would have been there or this gone, but the other lads' houses were somewhere here. Let's see where they. Oh yeah, you can still see the remains of the younger lubes. What do you call them?
Yeah,
There's
Shanloobs.
one there. See, there's a little shed.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's where the other one was. See,
yeah.
the other one might be there. It's just in those trees potentially. But then the road you just came up was there. It is there. Yeah, there's the trail.
Yes, yeah. That was a
Hard to
road.
figure. I guess a bit random here. Maybe that way, or maybe it's that way there. Look, across.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it could be that way.
Yeah, I think that's it there.
Years since I've been down there.
Yeah, there's it there. But that's
Yeah, that's the two Malays. And I remember the story that there was two of them there. There was John Malay and Charlie Malay. And Charlie used to drive sheep up to Silver Hill. He used to go past our house, in Strabay. He arrived up one day. He was driving sheep. He was taking them up for grazing way up to Silver Hill, which is way up above Edmonton. And it was raining, so he came down to our house anyhow, soaking wet. And my mother put on the kettle and made him a big bowl of tea and sandwiches and everything, And he was wearing an old cap, and the hair was sticking out through the cap, and it was dripping rain. And my father said, "God, Charlie, give me that cap. And you get your, it's absolutely soaked." And my father took the cap on it, and he looked at the cap, and he looked at Charlie, and he lifted the lid of the range, and he put the cap down into the range and closed the lid on it. And Charlie sat looking at it. He didn't know what to say. And then he had his tea, and anyhow he was hungry. He had the tea, and anyhow when he was getting up to go, then he sort of looked, where's his cap? And my father reached into the hot press and he handed him a good cap of his own. He says, "There's a proper cap for you now." He says.
So basically, he just burnt his cap, did he?
He just burned the cap. Yeah.
That's very sweet.
He looked at the cap and he must have figured it was the same size as his own. There was holes in it. He just threw it in the fire. And Charlie didn't know what to say. He thought there was a new way of drying it. He didn't have a range.
Oh yeah, that's quite sweet. Ah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, so you said
So
a range.
Oh God, yeah, Straboi, yeah. But
Oh,
yeah,
Straboi. Sorry, that's in
Straboi,
Straboi.
yeah. That was when we were in Straboi. And then the story, John
Hang
had
on, wait a minute. How did he call into you in Straboi? He was coming from here.
he was driving sheep. He was driving his sheep from Classy up the Wee Glen, up to Edenanfa, to the Campbells of Edenanfa, or on Silver Hill. He
Oh,
used to be
sorry.
sheep up
Yeah.
But that was Charlie, and Charlie and John lived together. And John had a wee Austin, a wee mini Austin. It was like if you ever see an Austin Somerset, it was a small version of the Austin Somerset. And John used to have. John had one big contract that he loved. There was a young teacher in Derryloughan called Sadie McGee. In fact, I went out with her. But anyhow, Sadie was a glamour person. Yeah, but John used to she had no car. John used to get the job of driving her to town now and again. She was, I think she was living in Derryloughan or something, boarding in Derryloughan somewhere. But John, that was John's, the highlight of his week was driving Sadie to the town.
Oh, yes.
And then John and Charlie lived there, and John got a heart attack and he died in the middle of the night. And Charlie took off across the Kieran,
What's the
Charlie
Kieran?
Ward, which is the moors. Kieran is moors. He took off across the moor with a flashlight over to look for help from Charlie Ward, who was living over the next house. And he had a heart attack in the middle of the night, and he died in the middle of the moors. And Charlie went over in the morning. Charlie got up in the morning. He decided to go over because he knew John wasn't well. He decided to go over to see how John was getting on. And the first thing he found was Charlie's body lying on the ground with a flashlight still alight.
So Charlie, so look at the map here. He went across the Kieran over to Charlie's to Classy.
Yeah, Charlie was the fella that bought our land.
And he died of a heart attack.
In the middle of the moor,
Both of them died of a heart attack in the middle of the night.
Both of them died of a heart attack. Yeah, one died running for help. And Charlie found him with the lamp still alight in his hand.
Holy shit. What do you call them? Sean Lube and what was the name?
Charlie Lube and John Lube. They're Malloys. They're buried in Letcher McGuire graveyard because I found their grave. I remember going to the funeral.
And geez, that's a wild tragedy. And how old were they?
Oh, they'd be well on in years, they'd been 70s,
Oh,
and that wouldn't have they wouldn't have had an easy life of it, sort of thing,
Jeez.
And funny enough, the other house, Paddy Lube's, I met a descendant of his in hospital in Donegal, used to come in to visit. One of the girls from that house was married down the Lagan somewhere, and this is one of her daughters. They moved to Donegal because she knew Classy. She was wondering, she was interested when I knew Classy, and I said I knew where the house was, But anyhow, carry on. Go to Classy now.
No, I was going to say to you though. So using they had a car.
Huh?
Did they have a car? Is that what you said?
Hey, John Lube. John had a wee car, yeah.
And he drove it on this road that's disappeared.
No, he always parked it up at the road. I never took it down. No.
All right, now that makes sense because I was going to say, where's the road?
Yeah, it was always there. There was a wee there was a wee lay-by there.
He would park it in here.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that does not look like it was ever a road you'd put a car on.
Yeah. So you carry on now. The next turn is the Clough.
And is this the Clough?
Yeah, that rock, that's the Clough, which probably means a bent rock or something.
Yeah, that seems to be the recurring theme. That's the bent rock. I remember this rock because I do remember going for drives with you and Mum, and you'd point out this rock, and this is where you'd walk down somewhere.
Yeah. We used to walk down. when you go around there, there's a track going down through the moor there.
Probably
And it was
there, is
Irish.
it?
Well, yeah, that's it there, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So what
went
is
down
it?
past.
I see. I think this is on the map. See if we can find. There's the rock there, is it? Wait, no. Yeah. No. Yeah, there's a
There's
bit
the
of a,
track
there's a track
there.
there.
Yeah.
That comes down
We
to the
used to come up
houses,
that.
yeah.
And then there's the houses there. See the
In
houses
fact,
there?
look, it's actually marked. Look. Your
Oh,
track.
yeah.
Your track was official. Look, check it out.
Yeah, the official track, yeah. And went down past Buddy Devaney's house, or Paddy On's, as we called it.
Wait a minute, wait. According to this, I went to here. Who's that house? Oh, we did all these before. I should know this inside out, but of course I don't. There's no ruins of a house on the way. Just to point that out, right?
No. It went past.
You're talking about yeah, here. So we can't. We can't. We have to do it by this map. So so let's zoom out, so you know, right? There's. Let me zoom back in now, so you can see what the hell's going on. Right. What do you call that stream again?
The Shrewen. I think we always called it just the Shrewen. What do you see now? Just come out of there now. You see the houses there. See that there's the one. See the.
Let me just bring you back to where you are now. Just to get everything straight here. We're driving along the road here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the path we're talking about, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where should I go?
Go on down to the end of the path to show you the houses at the end of it.
Right, the first houses are these ones here.
No, I think they are actually. I think that's actually Charlie Ward's. That was Tony Boyle's.
Well, that would make sense because you said they crossed the loop crossed the Kieran or whatever it is.
That's Tony Boyle's, and Tony Boyle was the Breen Kieran man that told the story of Breen.
So, my father. But you just said,
and Charlie Ward had got that, and he took the slates of our old house and slated that house because it was a thatched house.
But you're saying when you came down this path, the first house you saw.
Yeah, we went to the right. We didn't go over. We went right.
All right. Well, then the first house would be these ones here.
Yeah, see the first one. The first building there was actually a shed.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a shed.
That was a shed. Then you're going to over there, and the next house then was Biddy Devaney's, Paddy Neal. Paddy Devaney's, or Paddy Owens, they called it. And that was Biddy Devaney was there, and she had 2 illegitimate children. And that other house was Noher Neal's, and that's where Uncle John bought the first car from. Noher Devaney was apparently a returned Yank, and he had a car. And must be when he died, Uncle John bought his first car at that house.
Great. Unless he's passed.
But we
used to went over further.
No, we see where those houses are now.
Mm-hmm.
If you just come out a wee bit.
You mean zoom out?
We used to cross the burn down below. See, there's a track. No, there is no track actually. It was just probably through the fields.
Okay.
See that wee field? Go back to the map. See that wee field that's marked 0.300. That was one of our potato. Yeah, we had a potato field there, and that 0.317 was our field as well. I think But then the burn. Then see the burn 3.774.
Yeah,
but that's marked. See, there's a bit of a trail there. There was a bridge there. We bridge across there. We used to come across that bridge and up past the houses.
There's a bridge somewhere on this street in this
Yeah, somewhere
burn.
there. Yeah, yeah.
You call this stream the burn,
The burn, yeah.
or the
We
burn
used
was
to
the field?
we crossed the burn just below that wee field there. I think it was.
No, but the burn is the field or the stream?
The stream, the burn, BURN is a Scottish name for a stream. Burn.
Aye, all right. Yeah, no, I think we used to call the one out beside the Kilkenny National School the burn as well. Yeah, just making sure I got that right.
We literally went to school through the fields.
But it was actually a bridge you're saying somewhere on this.
There was a wee bridge, a wee, yeah, just a kind of a wee stone built bridge,
I wonder does this still exist?
Probably does. If you ever went down Classy, I'm sure you'd find it.
I'm just looking at this. It's very hard to see it from that map anyway.
Yeah.
And then
the houses then.
All right, there's a bunch of houses here. Who's that house over there?
It's Peter Ward's, isn't it? Sadie Ward's place.
No, I would be, yeah.
Yeah, Sadie Ward's, yeah. Peter Ward's.
All right, that's the road there now, see?
Yeah. Conal Charlie's, yeah. As we called them.
And there's your houses there, no?
Yeah, there's our houses down there, yeah.
But at this time, the only house that existed was the
big long house with 2 families. Yeah, 2 families living in it.
So your house wasn't built yet?
No.
There's your house up there.
That was only built around 1916, 18, around that,
So this was split in two, this house.
Oh yeah, you can see the division in the middle. Yeah, the left hand one was Donald Ward's, and the other one would have been Johnny Moore's, I think.
Johnny Moore Ward.
Yeah. So.
What do you call that wee stream?
I don't. We didn't have any particular name on it. We used to get water from that. It comes down the hill.
That was a good place to get from.
Now, is Barney Ward's house showing? It's not.
No. Well, look, we'll find those houses by going to the island.
Yeah.
Doing it this way. Now it's hard to see. Let me see if I can anyway can I make those maps better. No.
See, my grandfather built our house about. I remember, it must have been 1916, because I remember there was a row between him and my grandmother because she wanted to move into the new house and she couldn't get in because he had the place full of coffins. It was the time of the Spanish flu, and he was making coffins for P.H. O'Donnell, who was the local undertaker as well as the local gambling man. And she was giving out hell apparently to him because she couldn't get in. It was using it as a cat workshop.
That was all right. So that's it. It's hard to see, but that's it there. That's your house.
Yeah.
The new house?
Our new house is not there.
No, sorry, your new house isn't marked on the map, but you can see it on the photograph.
No, Barney Ward's isn't marked on the map either.
Now, where's
obviously?
Yeah, where's Barney Ward's? Like, there's your house. Was it north of it, south of it?
We don't have do we have a modern map anywhere?
This is a photograph.
It's a photograph.
This is aerial photography you're looking at here.
Oh, see, that must be our house, new house there.
Yeah, since then there's your new house. There's the
that was the old house.
Yeah,
and then to the right. Wait a minute, see the road coming down.
Yeah. So there's Sadie Ward's house.
Yeah, and there, see, there's go on over now, and you can see the remains of their lane down to our house, and that's Barney Ward's there.
There?
No, as it see closer.
Could be there.
I see the trees. It should be in the. That's it there. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, how can I get a better photograph of that? Let me see. No.
That's
Mm.
Barney Ward's anyhow. That's all. Barney Ward's, Charlie Ward's, or Connell, city where city came from, and our house. That was the three houses in Classy. That's it. No more. There was Barney Ward's, our house, City Ward's, Mary Devaney, Biddy Devaney, and her daughter Mary, and a wee sister that has disappeared. She was adopted without trace. And then there was the two Lubes, there was Malloy's Charlie and Sean Malloy, and then there was two brothers working in Scotland. There was Peter Malloy.
Where did the Malloys live?
That's the houses we were looking at originally. Charlie and John. John with the car.
Oh, the Lubes.
Lubes, yeah.
You call them Malloys?
Yeah, they're Lubes. Lube is the Irish of Malay.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
who lives in this house?
That's Barney Ward's, but it's been all done up. Some connection to Sadie Ward's sister.
Sorry, that's Barney Ward's. It's all done up. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all rebuilt.
Did they have kids with some problems?
Yeah, there was Barney Ward and Nellie Ward. They had Daniel, who was mentally retarded, John Francis, who was mentally retarded, Christopher, who was mentally retarded, and then there was non-identical twins, a boy and a girl, Bernie and Goretti, and they were perfectly normal. And Bernie has a whole family. He married one of the O'Donnells from up above Rosemary's house, and he's dead now, but he has a family in Dublin. I was at his wake, and they're all fine boys, And Goretti is married in Scotland, but I don't know if she ever had a family.
So what happened? How did they have three? Were they Down syndrome or retarded? Sorry, they were retarded. What happened then?
Yeah.
Retarded is the wrong word to use.
I don't know. They were all born as a genetic,
And were they related?
I don't think so,
Well, I mean, sorry, I know I'm being silly there.
Yeah.
Come here, I just point out, remember you were saying Paddy O'Donnell that used to work for John Connon, was he not born down here?
He was in Carr, next down.
Yeah, I remember.
You have to go on down further now.
Oh no, I know where his house is.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what we'll do, no, I have to go to bed. I'll tell you, I've had a migraine all day, so I'm not in a great state here.
Oh God. Right.
I don't know why I got a migraine actually, but I was gonna say we must do this again, and maybe bring Michael in, because Michael might have a few little.
He might have a few anecdotes as well. Yeah. I know you are. It says your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. So I think this time.
Well, that's your Mac, yeah. And we'll go. Is there much point in going down the Derryloughan road, the other road? Well,
I can tell you, most of the people that live in Derryloughan, I would say,
Yeah, how would you have known them? Well, where did you meet them?
From the school, you say, from.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We used to go to Manny Dunleavy's for water. We used to go to Mickey Loon's for fire. And Colin Ward used to come visiting us, and Davy Ward and Kate, they owned the land around the school, and Johnny Griffin and the Griffins, we knew them, and the Boners and the Campbells. I know most of the places in Derryloughan.
It's funny, your great granddad, or Brian Ward, whatever, he was one of the first. Yeah. Him and the Devaney lad, the first to ever cross the Gibara.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And then there was nobody around there, and then all of a sudden people started popping up.
Maybe there was a kind of a population explosion on the other side.
Well, probably when they built that road,
Yeah,
That would have helped. And then,
yeah.
you know, and maybe whenever that school, when was it? Can you remember on the when that school was built? Like, you know, the way usually there's a plaque.
1872.
Huh?
Derryloughan School was built in 1872.
Ah, that's a good one now. And was there ever an older school? No.
No, I don't think so.
That
All the
school,
national schools were all they were all built around that time, weren't they?
so that probably represented when there was the population had increased to the level that you would fill a school.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, 1872 was after the famine. The price, maybe, I mean, the population theoretically would have decreased, but maybe that was when the first Education Acts came in. I don't know. The British administration maybe decided it was
No, I'm
time to.
simply saying, remember, Brian Ward only came in there around 20s or something, or 30s, or whatever it
Yeah,
was. We're
yeah,
assuming, and there was nobody else around, right?
no,
You wouldn't build a school just for Brian Ward.
no. But you see, the thing about the Derryloughan that road that the school was built on was actually the main road from Dunloe to Glenties over the ferry. It was a direct route. If you left Glenties and went down Derryloughan and straight across on the ferry and straight up to Letcher McWard, and you were onto the Dunloe Letcher Road to Dunloe.
Well, that's a good point.
That was the most direct route to Dunloe.
See that I'm going back now. I'm just going to do something here. This is the old map, right? There's basically Classy, right? Do you see?
No, I've lost the map. Yeah, not
Oh,
sharing the screen.
sorry. I know you're going to lose battery now in a minute, but let me just.
No, I'm plugged in.
Right, there's the oldest map I have on GeoHive, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying about Brian. Let's see what Derry is. Just to be clear on this now. Yeah, there's Derry, right?
Yeah.
There's no freaking road. See that? No road on the south side of the Ibarra. There's a few wee houses here.
That's Classy, isn't it?
No, it's not Classy. A wee house between, and then nothing.
Classy.
No, we're coming down to Classy now. And there is Classy there. Let me just.
Yeah.
Sure. This is Clarkor. Oh, Clarkor is a hill.
Yeah.
You knew that, did you? There's
No,
Classy.
well,
Sorry. There's another wee, let's call it enclave here, right? Or what would you call it? A bridgehead across from wherever that is.
Yeah.
This might be where the O'Donnells were. And there's Classy. Right?
Yeah.
There's
Clarkor.
Classy. The Vennies and Wards, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No road.
No road. Yeah.
There's Clarkor West, right?
West. Never heard of it, but I have.
No, either. Yeah. They might just.
And now you go down and you find the road now to the ferry.
There's
there
the
you
ferry
are.
house.
That's the ferry house. That was Campbell's. I think Aidan Campbell's ancestors came from there. It's the ferry house.
Way.
It's a big ferry house, yeah. And now you went up, yeah. You went across the ferry, you went up the other side.
I think some houses in here.
Yeah, there's houses there still.
And there's houses here.
Yeah.
And there is no school. Yeah. Just to point out, there's no school here. And there's the main road joining back up to Shelligans. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a road to Fintown, isn't it? Yeah. That's road to Fintown.
Yeah.
So let me just go back up there. Yeah, there's not many people living there, Dad.
No.
But I guess, yeah, Derryloughan would have been the.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of houses. When they built that new road, you saw a few more houses coming up. So do you know what? It was never really that populated, was it?
No.
Classy and Derryloughan and never really. I mean, that school must have been small at the end of the day, was it?
Yeah, just one teacher school.
I was going to say.
about 31 or 32 pupils at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that would make sense because you can see there's just never that many houses there. And even if we
No.
go to the most modern map, the most a lot more houses now, right? Let's see, is the school marked? School should be marked here. I wonder, do they actually mark it as a schoolhouse? Sorry, I need to zoom out here a bit. There's the landing place. Is there 2 roads going down to the ferry house, is there? The landing place? Or is that a
Yeah, it seems
stream?
to be
No,
all right.
that's
Yeah.
that's a river.
2 landing places. There's 2 landing places on it.
Aye, what's that about?
Well, I know well, see, there seems to be a kind of a channel dredged in there in one of them.
Yeah.
But there is still a cobbled slipway down there.
Yeah, I was down there actually. Remember we were
Yeah,
down there
beautiful.
one
Right
lovely
down there, I
winter
think,
day.
yeah.
There's an old ruin, that
Yeah.
whole ruin of a house is still there.
That's right, yeah, Campbell's, yeah. Yeah. Only Campbell's.
So
Used to keep goats, used to wander the country when we were growing up.
no, I'm just saying, how come they don't mark the school as a school?
There it is.
Is that it?
243. Yeah.
Why can we
I
not
think that's.
just mark it?
Oh, wait a minute then. Oh, no.
The school's in here and it's not marked. They don't have to
That's
mark.
in school. Yeah, that's Johnny Vicky's house, Johnny Vicky Boyle's house. Okay. There you are.
Okay. Anyway, all right, for sure. Let's we'll continue our journey to Doohery maybe or Derryloughan.
Yeah. Yeah. I must go back to I saw there was a hint came up there recently, this week actually, from a fella, a DNA hint, and I went into it, and this guy's ancestor was a what do you call it? Great aunt or grand aunt in the States. There was Maggie and what was the Griff? The Higgins.
Oh,
He was connected to the Higgins.
no way.
Wow.
Wow.
The Higgins is a chestnut, whatever. He only had 14 people in his family, but he didn't seem to know where. Yeah.
Well, geez, you might
But
connect it.
John Edward Higgins was his father, or I think his father or grandfather. I'm not sure. I didn't investigate it.
Well, sure. Maybe we'll click that. We'll click up on it and maybe send an email.
It doesn't matter. Okay, I think you're had enough for one night. All right.
It's 12:20. Dad, you should get to bed.
Yeah, and Johnny's coming down on Thursday.
Ah, great. That's brilliant.
So that my cage will be thoroughly rattled. I have to go around tidy up the house.
Oh, is Christiana coming down as well?
Yeah.
Ah, great. That's brilliant.
So she'll be checking up. Have I kept the place as neat since she left?
Brilliant. All right.
All right, come on.
Night.
Cheers.